Joining us now is the fastest supercross rider in the world. Everybody knows who he is. KTM's Ryan Dungey. Ryan, welcome to MXTV and thanks for being on.
Oh, I'm glad to be on. I heard good things.
Thanks, mate. Now, since 2010, you won everything, the supercross and motocross donations. How hard is it to chase that feeling again? Sort of like a drug, I would imagine. It must be so hard.
Well, it's definitely those goals coming up as a kid. You know, wanting to accomplish those was amazing as we were able to accomplish those. And but obviously, I think people would say, how do you keep, like you asked, how do you do it again and again? Well, every championship's different. You know, everyone has its own battles. Everyone, you know, whether it's the competition, different season, new tracks, and each year goes by faster and it gets tougher. So they don't get necessarily easier, but, you know, wanting to accomplish more and never settling and always going after that next step. But you got to take it one at a time, though. You do see those areas that need room for improvement, and I myself, you know, I recognize that and, you know, do whatever I can to get better in that area, whether it's practicing a section or do on the track, or if it's working harder to be better off the track, you know. So you're going to have a lot of guys keep coming up, and there's going to be times where, yeah, you're not going to always win them all, and somebody's going to, you know, win here and beat you there, but you know, sometimes somebody else is going to have to win. But being consistent, being more consistently better than all the rest of them is important.
Well, let's talk about off the bike this year, joining with Eldon Baker. How's that been?
Joining Eldon Baker this year has definitely been a huge part to my program. I've always looked up to him, and you know, obviously what he did with Ricky, and he worked with James and Villapoto, and I see he had something that I felt like I was always missing, you know. And so when I got the opportunity to work with him, I hopped right on it. So this off season was awesome. We were able to really kind of get down into the business and doing it right. So when the day's done, I know that I did everything I could that day. I didn't run myself into the ground, and I didn't underdo it. So it gives me that confidence moving forward to, you know, I got the best program out there of everybody else.
We were saying before how smooth you are, you know, and I was noticing that you seem to run like nearly a higher gear, but that corner speed is fast but very smooth. So how do you get to that position? It's
kind of funny because everybody has their own riding style, and you know, when they're out there, I guess, I mean, when I'm out there and I'm sprinting or I'm going as hard as I possibly can, like, to me it feels like I'm pushing it, you know, and I am, but when I see myself on camera, like, I'm like, oh, it doesn't look like how it feels. I've always tried to do things nice and smooth, and, you know, obviously you want to be within control, and then there's times you got to push that edge, and, you know, with practice, you get right on that edge, you know, and you kind of try to keep pushing that edge higher and higher, which you can go faster in return, and you can handle more and you get stronger. Well, if you can ride in a taller gear, a little lower RPM, and the bike's more relaxed, I mean, that's going to create a smoother ride for you, and in return, you're going to get the power to the ground and get good drive, forward drive.